What up? What up? What up, y'all? It's your boy Q, man. Back at y'all with another video. You know what I'm saying? As we officially wrap up the NFL 2024 draft for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. There's a couple of more prospects that we have yet to talk about. We have yet to discuss in the later on in the draft. Now, it's not always the first round pick or the second round pick that makes it, you know what I'm saying, that ends up panning out. It's usually these later round guys that can end up becoming stars as well. Like last year, we had Puka Nacua out of BYU, wide receiver for the Rams, coming out and got drafted in the 5th round and made an impact immediately. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys can do that. So don't let that draft position trick y'all into thinking that these guys ain't good. But a few more players that the Eagles ended up picking up in the later rounds. The first guy I want to start talking about, one of my favorite guys on this list, to be honest with you. Watched a lot of his games while he was in Clemson. Will Shipley, running back. Will Shipley, to me, man, he seems like that running back that the Eagles kind of need right now. You know, especially now that you have Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? That's great and all, but you kind of do need depth at the running back position. I know a lot of Eagles fans aren't a big fan of Kenneth Gainwell, and we always ask ourselves, why is it that Kenneth Gainwell gets so much touches? You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, especially like last season, I want to say, even with having DeAndre Swift, a lot of Eagles fans felt like they were overusing Kenneth Gainwell, but now I don't think that's a problem anymore now. I feel like Will Shipley is definitely a running back that could come in right away and play right away. He's a very good receiving back coming out of the backfield. He's not much of a power back, I want to say. He's more so of a sideline-to-sideline type of running back. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of can definitely use that because Kenneth Gainwell, he's kind of a power back in a sense, a little bit. He got a little punch to him when he run. But as of right now, when I'm looking at this running back room, it's got to be one of the best running back rooms in the league, bro. Especially if Shipley can do what he's supposed to do in his rookie season, which is catch out of the backfield. I think that's what they're mainly gonna use him for. But you could also see Shipley getting like 400 to 500 yards on the ground as well. If he can do that for us this season, then that would be great, especially with the production that I'm expecting Saquon Barkley to give us to at the running back position since we just signed him to a massive deal. So things are really looking good for the running back room in Philly right now. We still got Kenneth Gainwell. You still got Davis Price. I don't necessarily know if he's even going to make the team at this point, now that you got Will Shipley. But I'm excited, man. I've seen a lot of the things that he did in college with Dabo Sweeney. The dude's a baller, man. He can definitely play, you know what I'm saying? So looking forward to seeing how Shipley does for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the next player I wanted to talk about was Ainias Smith. I think the Eagles also got him in the 5th round where they drafted Trouter. Now, the thing with Ainias Smith, man, coming out of Texas A&M, I think he only had like one crazy year, but he's more so of a slot receiver, standing at 5'9". You could definitely see him compete. I could definitely see him competing with Paris Campbell this offseason for that slot position, but to be honest with you, to me he seems more so of a returner, like a punt returner, kick returner type of guy to me. I know that the Eagles have struggled in that area for a long, long time now. Don't get me wrong, we do have Brenton Covey, and Covey did play better than he did his rookie year, but at the same time, though, I still would like to see a little more. Like, I can't remember the last time the Philadelphia Eagles took a punt return, kick return to the house for a touchdown. It hasn't been done in a while. I think the last time we did that, we had Darren Sproles on our team. So that just shows you how long it's been since the Eagles have done something like that. So I feel like special teams, especially in the return game, punt return, we could definitely use some help there. Could I see Smith being like one of those primary receivers in the game. I don't see it happening personally. You know what I mean? Just based off of how the Eagles operate. But you never know. You know what I'm saying? Something happened to Smitty. Something happened to Brown. You never know. Something happened to Campbell. You never know. They might put him in, but only time will tell with this pick. But solid pick. Not I'm not gonna put too much stock into this one just yet. I gotta see how it pans out. You know what I mean? But I definitely think that this is a player that could definitely help us on special teams for sure. Now, moving on to the next player on this list, Keegan Murray out of Michigan. Played for Jim Harbaugh last season. Keegan has a lot of experience at the left guard position. He has started 37 games at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely do believe that he could be pushing Matt Hennessy and Tyler Steen this offseason, competing for that right guard spot, because I believe that the left guard spot is locked up by Landon Dickerson all day, every day. We just signed him to a massive deal this offseason, so I don't expect to see him playing too much at the left guard spot unless Dickerson gets hurt. So he could definitely compete for the right guard spot against Tyler Steen and Matt Hennessy for sure. Dude has a lot of experience, man. So not necessarily a sexy pick for real, but in the later rounds, you know what I mean, 5th, 6th round, why not? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just try to take a chance on a guy. That's the reason why you have Jeff Stoutland, and that's the reason why Jeff Stoutland is the best offensive lineman coach in the league. You know, Stoutland, you look what he did with Jordan Mailata, a 7th round draft pick coming out of Australia playing rugby. Now he's one of the best left tackles in the league. So anything is possible when you have Jeff Stoutland when it comes to offensive linemen. So I got a lot of faith in this pick for sure. Even though he's in the 6th round, I definitely have a lot of confidence in this draft pick for sure. So interested to see what they do with Trevor Keegan. You know what I mean? The next player I want to talk about now is Johnny Wilson. Now, if you guys don't really know me too well, when it comes to college football, I am a Florida State fan. Okay, I know it doesn't make sense, but you're talking to an Eagles fan right now that got a Bam Adebayo jersey on his wall. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of things make sense. You know what I mean? But Johnny Wilson, man, watched a lot of this guy play at Florida State, man. 6'6", 6'7", wide receiver. Now, when it comes to Johnny Wilson, man, I think I've seen some things coming out saying that he's looked at in the Philadelphia Eagles' eyes as a wide receiver and not a tight end. Now, to be honest with you, when I first seen that the Eagles drafted Johnny Wilson, I honestly, the first thing that I thought in my head was like, yeah, they're going to definitely move this dude to tight end. But that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case. Now, where does Johnny Wilson fit in all this? You know what I mean? Because you've seen the Hakeem Butlers of the world not pan out, and they're big wide receivers, you know? You know what I'm saying? So, to be honest with you, dude's a decent route runner from what I've seen because I watched a lot of his tape. You know what I mean? I'm a big fan of Johnny Wilson. You know what I'm saying? But where does Johnny Wilson fit into the Philadelphia Eagles' plans exactly? You know what I mean? You got A.J. Brown. He's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So can Johnny Wilson be a backup? Can Johnny Wilson even make the team? Only time will tell. But this is looking like a good jump ball specialist to me. I do believe that they'll probably try him out at tight end. Despite what they're saying right now, I think they might try him out at tight end because the receiver room right now is kind of loaded, and this is looking like a practice squad candidate, you know, at best right now. Unless he lights training camp on fire, I can't really see Johnny Wilson making the 53-man roster, but I definitely see him being a practice squad candidate for sure. Last but not least, man, Dylan McMahon, undersized center coming out of NC State. Now, A lot of people are saying that he could be the next Jason Kelsey, but I just don't see it, man. There will never be another Jason Kelsey, bro. I'm sorry. I'm still holding out hope that dude comes out of retirement, to be honest with you, because our roster is loaded, and the only thing we're missing is the big guy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Dylan McMahon, like I said before, don't really know too much about him. You know what I'm saying? But he is going to Stoutland U, to the best offensive line coach in the league. So let's see what he does. You know what I mean? He could be the next Kelsey. You just never know. He did get drafted in the 6th round, just like Kelsey did when he came out of college. They got similar build. I think McMahon is 6'3", 299. You know what I mean? So they got similar build, similar stature. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily. I don't know if they move the same on film because I haven't, like I said, I haven't really gotten a chance to sit down and watch this dude's film. But he is an athletic center, which was the same thing that Kelsey was when he was coming out. He was garnered as just a very athletic center. You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested to see how that pick pans out as well. But my overall grade for the Philadelphia Eagles draft has to be a solid A, man. I think Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie and them boys hit this draft out of the ballpark. Now it's time for us to go ahead and prove ourselves, man. After this draft, I haven't really gotten a chance to look into too much of what what the division rivals like the Giants and the Cowboys and the Commanders really did for real. But right now, as it's looking right now, the Philadelphia Eagles should be and are the favorites to win the East this year, and they are looking like by far head to toes the best team in the conference right now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how everything pans out. But to be honest with you, I have a really good feeling about this upcoming season, man. And we finna give niggas hell. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. You know the vibes, man. Thank y'all for checking out the video. And I'm going to get up with y'all on the next one, man. Peace, y'all.